Welcome, traders. Dr. Keith here. Happy Sunday, March 26, 2023. Hope you're doing well. All right, so I got the S&P up here, folks, and you can see now we typically start heading higher, right? We know about the February fall, mid-February to mid-March. It actually worked out perfectly from a seasonal perspective this year. And now we're battling between the bulls and the bears. You can see on Friday, I have a long plan, the S&P. I got just a couple ticks away from getting stopped out. Sometimes it's okay. And then I'm actually up on the trade right now. But the bottom line is this. I like it long because retailers are now starting to go net short. And we have a nice seasonal move coming. I am expecting some volatility, right? There's a lot of news events going on right now. And so you get some of those bigger, trendy days back and forth, I should say, as well. But with that, I do like the markets to go higher this week and continue that new seasonal long. All these wicks in here, folks, typically means bottoms of the market, just like it did here and so forth. And now that we're good to go on the long side, I'll be doing some additional trades this week when I get my setups. All right, if you look at something like the Dow as well, right, very, very similar. It's been a little bit weaker, but see all these wicks here. And I do feel now, based because the retailers are starting to add to their shorts now, and that's a contrarian indicator. I do think we're heading higher now. But, all right, now let's take a look at gold. Bear with me. So gold, you can see, has gone much higher. Interesting enough, too, when you look at seasonal projections on gold, let me bring that up for you here and move it over, make it nice and neat. Okay, now gold is back and forth. Okay, so what I always tell traders is when now you don't really have a huge advantage on a seasonal perspective, it's more sideways, right? Go with the weekly Hackenacci direction. And for about 3 weeks now, we've been green. And so, I'm bullish on gold. Okay, we had a nice trigger back here, false signal, then it re-triggered right here, and that was a beautiful move to that long side. So retracements look to go long on gold. The dollar index could be close to a bottom as well. Typically seasonality will say, hey, let's start heading higher. But the weekly, right, we want the weekly to turn green, the weekly Hackenacci candle to turn green before we start looking for longs on the dollar index. Okay, typically right around here, though, is a really good support level for the dollar to start going higher. Bonds. A lot going on with bonds lately. From a true seasonal perspective, though, we typically head higher until another week or so, and then it goes lower. So the reason I'm going to like bonds short soon is a couple of reasons. One, take a look at this chart. Okay, look at all the resistance right here. Okay, all these wicks. Okay, there's a lot of sellers coming in here. We also know very soon seasonalities to the short side until May. Okay, so I'm not long bonds. The news is also really talking about bonds going higher, which is usually the opposite. Professionals take the opposite side of the news. So I don't know if it'll be this week. I don't know when exactly, but I'm actually looking forward to taking a short play. I don't need to catch the top to go short. So what I'm going to do is wait for the weekly to turn around. Once the weekly Hackenacci turns red, then I get a daily trigger short. That'll be my entry here in the near future. Okay, so you can kind of watch and see how that plays out on bonds. All right, let's talk about the VIX. So we knew up here that we were probably close, right, to a bottom in the market, right? As the VIX spiked, it kept getting turned back. Okay, that's why the VIX is very, very important to read as a trader. Right now it's starting to head down. Even on Friday, it spun up and now it closed lower. Okay, so that means markets are resuming back to normality, at least as normal as they can be right now. Stocks typically go higher, but it picked this spike beautifully on a seasonal move, my seasonal indicator. and now we're going to start going lower. It doesn't mean every day, folks, right? But what it does mean is the VIX has been acting extremely normal. So now I do expect it to come down here in the near future, hit this 19, 18 level, and then probably consolidate for a while on that VIX. All right, let's review. So based on my trade alert system here, let's just take a look. So Google is an open trade. Let's take a look. So what I've done was we basically got in here, and then we hit profit target 1. I've moved my stop now way up here, okay, at 104, because we don't want to give away at this point. I took half off, and the rest is right there at that 104 level. Okay, these are my open trades. AI is another one. Okay, we haven't quite hit profit target 1 yet. You can see we came very close on Friday. But now I'm moving the stop to break even because it's within 20% from the profit target. Some will take partial off. I'm not. I'm keeping my full position, but I do have basically a risk-free trade now, at least as the market goes. Anything can happen, but I also like AI as a longer term. So I've purchased AI as a longer term investment as well. That's not part of the alert system, but I'm looking to hold part of my AI trade for a long time. Then the other open trade is SOXL. Okay, and this is a trade right now where I've got my stop in place. Right now it's just down a little bit, but the goal is, as it's a 3x bull ETF. So as the markets go higher this week, we should continue to go higher now. Obviously, there's always risk. That's why I have a stop in just in case. Okay. And then on Monday, if I see any new opportunities, I will let you all know, obviously, that are part of the alert system. As this week's video I'm giving to the public, I do about once a month, and so you can see what I'm thinking and so forth. Feel free to give it a thumbs up if you like my analysis, if you want to see more and so forth. Other than that, if you are interested in my alert service as well, you'll see the link, or you can always go to seasonaltraderpro.com, and you'll see at the top left the alert service as well. Again, it's something you can always look at doing. Very, very useful for all you busy professionals as well. With that, folks, have a great week ahead. See you in the next update. Take care now.